It's a privilege to have today our comrades from Gaza, Majed, who's done this fantastically brilliant work. There's a historic collection of posters going back 50 years. You'll see many of the same themes repeated. Children confronting tanks. Parents holding children that have been slaughtered by the occupying force. History repeats itself, unfortunately, tragically. I'm also running for the Lord Mayor of Newcastle, and I just wanted to flag that. And I also note that Newcastle City Council took a position when the war against Gaza first started, where they said that Israel had a right to defend itself. And all the councillors voted for that unanimously. I would never have voted for such a motion because I do not think that Israel has the right to attack Palestinian people and do the genocide and carry out the genocide that they're now carrying out in Gaza and extending now to Lebanon, the West Bank, against Iran. If elected mayor, I will endeavour to make sure that international solidarity is not put aside as something that's relevant. These issues are relevant. We don't want missile factories on council-owned land at Williamtown Airport, which is actually going to make Newcastle complicit.
I'm very honoured that my art is here. So I would like to tell you that this art is made out of the pain and the blood that me, my family and my country, my people, that they suffered during the massacre and the genocide in Gaza in the last couple of years. So I don't want to talk too much about the art itself. There's some explanations about each piece of art, and if you would like to ask me, I'm very happy to answer any question. But I would like also just to confirm again that I'm very honored to be here, and it's very amazing to see that the Socialist Alliance has been advocating and put a lot of solidarity for Palestine with these amazing posters. It's our honor to be a part of this. That's all what I have. If you have any question, I'm very happy to answer. Thank you. By the way, I just remember something. In April 11th, there is a film. It's called Gaza Nippers Hope Amid Devastation. I made this film with the idea with Shamah Badro, my brother. This film about Gaza Nippers that they have. We have an experience that we transfer the culture of Gaza, of the lepers in Sydney or in Australia, and we transferred it to Gaza, and we made a film about this, about the suffer of the children, and we have some members that they got killed during the genocide, like kids and children. So we made a film about this. The screening is going to be in Sutherland Shire in April 11th.
I understand we are honored to have your mother, Shamek, and your mother present with us today.
Yeah.
Who has actually been through the 2 years of genocide.
Yeah. So me and Shamek have been trying to rescue my father and my mother. It was a big challenge for a couple years we have been going through. Unfortunately, my father passed away, and also my brother went missing for a couple of years, and we discovered that him, his 4 kids, his wife, his father-in-law, they got bombed in Gaza. And luckily we have been successful to rescue my mother. She came to Australia like 6 months or 5 months ago. That's my mother. She was, like the genocide and lack of food, lack of made starvation. My mother was 39 kilogram when she arrived, and happily that she's here and she's safe.
2 or 3 like painting here or pictures.
Yeah.
Tell
So
what is the most important?
for example, this it just reflects the innocence of children. Like like we have more than 20,000 children, more than 20,000 child got killed during that war. And I just wanted to represent what's happening in Gaza. A child represents the innocence, and the tear is writing Gaza. So just to represent the innocence and how kids are being targeted by Israel in Gaza. This is one of the drawings. The other one I would like, and this is as well, represent that, like instead of the children, they have to play and they have to have toys and teddy bear like this. They have like this innocent dreams, but they are surrounded with destruction. This one represents that Palestinian people, like trees, they have roots to their lands, and we will never leave. They have been, like Israel has been trying to force Palestinians in Gaza to leave and flee Gaza, and they have been pushing this. They deliberately starved Palestinian people in Gaza, and you probably remember that Yoav Gallant, he was the IDF, I call it Israeli attack force. It's not like Israeli defense force. He deliberately said that we have to starve them, no electricity, no water, no food. And he tried to make us leave Gaza, but no, in this drawing I say, no, we are like trees, the roots is deeply inside the soil of Gaza.
Yes, please. This is in Arabic. What is this?
Yeah, so this is in Arabic, the Arabic word Gaza, and it shows the edge of it. It's like a leg is kicking. He cannot defeat Gaza. He's gonna get kicked out or kick his ass out.
Incredible. I love the modernization of it. My favorite is, I do like it's kind of Jesus-y, as well as the olive branches going through. Really good representation of peace. And the event is great. An amazing artwork from an amazing artist.
To me, this shows the absolute brutality, like a apocalyptic world where, amongst the rubble, what does he have to fight with there in the picture? Rocks. Massive, there's a helicopter looming high above it, bringing the destruction. This one, to me as well, after seeing that one especially, this one, for my own heart, I feel as if that is me there. What I would do, I would just want to. Safety is not in the buildings anymore. Safety might be, for me, in this circumstance, to go and hug the nearest tree, because no matter where you go, you're probably going to get blown up anyway.
Yeah, I think that they are just done in a way that just makes emotions well up. I think that you really feel feel the grief. You feel the grief and the pain that goes into making them, and I think that it's important that people do come and see and understand directly from Palestinians rather than listening second and third hand from other people about experiences living in Palestine and experiences in parts of refugee communities.
I like this drawing because it reflects the fact that the Zionist movement and Israeli occupation and America, they wanted to show the people that they can easily defeat Palestinians in Gaza. But despite they bombed Gaza, they destroyed Gaza, Gaza was without medicine, without food, without electricity. In spite of that, they didn't succeed to impose the colonial plans against Palestinians. They thought they can eliminate all Palestinians. They thought they can push Palestinians to leave Gaza. But they failed. After 2 years of destroying Gaza, they failed to achieve their goals. And for that, I like this painting because it reflects the soul of resistance in general.
We are competing with so many false messages that try to justify to people a genocide, you know. And everywhere we have to fight for space, for the right to speak. In the news, in the articles, on the television, on the videos, on the social media. You know, we have to fight everywhere. And fighting with art is part of this, you know. And I think, in a way, when you fight through art, it is harder to lie.
Yeah.
You know, art has the power to tell a strong truth that social media, TV, it can distract people. It can play all these games and tricks. Art speaks to the heart.
We've been expressing solidarity with the people of Palestine for 70 years. It's really interesting to see the modern work of our friend Majed and see how those themes have been repeated these last 70 years. Themes of genocide, themes of people struggling for their national liberation, and themes of people in Australia recognise that the Palestinian struggle is a just struggle and we support it. And the documentary evidence of these posters shows that. And the evidence of Majid's work shows how the issues that we have been struggling for social justice in Palestine still remain relevant and burning issues today.
Yeah, I do, yeah. This one. I was only in the camera Friday. I was in the camera, so yeah, I do go. Yeah. No, you're not. Okay. So yeah,